Hey everybody. Um, I know I was scheduled for 9, but I am so tired. So I'm gonna do it now, record it and premiere it at 9 so you guys can watch. This is um continuing the Domestic Violence Awareness Month theme, and we've been going over, of course, the hotline.org webpage. And what we're gonna do tonight is I am going to walk through the steps of um creating a domestic violence plan online. Um, Hopefully, this will be helpful to some, and another resource that non victims can share to try to get help. So, we're at the main page right now of the hotline.org. And if you scroll down, you will see this is actually at the top too, but you'll see Plan for Safety along with some other resources. So, we're going to click on Plan for Safety. And of course, that is the reminder that you can easily get out of this web page into a Google search by hitting the escape key twice or by clicking this red X up here. Plan for safety. Your safety is our first priority. You deserve a future without fear. Tools to help you stay safer. So, what we're going to do is click on Create a Safety Plan. And that'll take us here. Create a safety plan. Interactive guide to safety planning. Safety alert. The interactive guide will safe to safety planning requires you to enter information into an online form. There, before you begin, be sure the computer you are using is set in a safe location and is not being monitored by your partner. Click here to learn more about how an abusive partner can monitor your computer. If you're using a school or work computer, remember that the information you enter may be monitored by your school or employer. If it is not safe for you to enter information into the computer, you can still read through the safety plan and think about your answers to the questions. When you exit the safety plan, your information will not be stored on the website. If you need to exit the safety plan quickly, click on the escape button on the top right of the page. If you are in danger, call 911 immediately. What is a safety plan? A safety plan is a set of actions that can help lower your risk of being hurt by your partner. It includes information specific to you and your life that will increase your safety at school, home, and other places that you may go on a daily basis. How do I make a safety plan? Take some time to go through each section of this safety planning tool. You will be asked a series of questions to help you identify your safety options. You can use this tool on your own, or you can use it with a friend or an adult you trust. Click on the, that's not worded right, click on the to see additional safety tips and other helpful information. At this At the end of this process, you will have a printable version of your personalized safety plan that you can reference whenever you need it. You can read it online, print it immediately, or have a link sent to your email. The link will be active for 24 hours. After that, your information will be deleted from the website. You will also be given a pocket sized emergency contact card that you can fill out with phone numbers and keep with you at all times so you always know how to contact the most important people. Keep in mind, for this safety plan to work, the information you fill in must be honest and accurate. Once you complete your safety plan, be sure to keep it in an accessible but secure location. You should also consider giving a copy of your safety plan to someone that you trust. If you don't feel safe keeping the printed safety plan or emergency contact card with you, then you can still use the safety tips. Try to memorize at least one phone number of someone you can call at any time. You know your situation better than anyone else. Trust your judgment and weigh your options before taking any steps. Next step. Now, This is where we're going to start entering in information, and I'm just going to put some random stuff just to, for the sake of going through this process. All right, so whom do you live with? I'm going to say my partner. What is your zip code? 90210. Beverly Hills, baby. What school do you attend? I'm not in school. Do you have a job? I don't, but I'm going to say yes. Do you have children or are you currently pregnant? No. Well, I'm going to say yes, just to see where it takes us. If yes, how old are your children? All are younger than 5, some are younger than 5, and some older. All are older than 5. We'll say some younger, some older. What do you identify as? Straight? Are you female? And for this, I'm going to put in the channel email. Next step. Have you told someone in your family about your relationship? I'm going to say no. What word or phrase can you use as a code in a phone call, text, or instant message to ask your family, friends, or neighbors to call for help without your partner knowing? Let's see. Hmm. We'll say something like, did you watch that new movie last night? During times when you are home alone, who can stay with you if you don't want to be alone? We'll say sister. If you are not comfortable being at home alone, well, let me read the whole thing. During times when you are home alone, who can you stay with if you don't want to be alone? Write this person's phone number on your emergency card and keep it in your wallet or another safe place. This way, you can reach your friends and family even when you do not have your cell phone. This is especially important if your partner has ever threatened or tried to take or break your cell phone. If you are not comfortable being at home, where else could you go to be safe? We'll say the library. If you need to leave your home in an emergency, what is a safe place where you could go? This can be a nearby police station, a store, a McDonald's, or any place that is open and has people around. Okay, so we'll say Burger King. If you need to leave your house quickly, which items would you need to take with you? Identification, cell phone and cell phone charger, medication, ATM card, cash, house key, car key, change of clothes, comfort items, baby supplies, copy of protection, restraining order, child's birth certificate, health insurance card, other. And that's a really good list. You may want to add or not worry about some of the items on the list. So, and personalize it more to you and your situation and what you feel you need to have with you in case you have to leave in an emergency. And here you can write down some of your other things that you might need. Do you have a protection order against your partner? I'm going to say no. Next step. If you need to avoid seeing your partner on your way to or from class, what route can you take to get there safely? This should be a different route than you usually take. So if I needed to get to a specific location that I have to go to regularly, like daily or whatever, and I usually take a specific route, we all do that. We always all have our one way that we like to go, going from here to there. Here, I could write down directions for myself to be able to take an alternate route and still get to my destination. Have you told someone on campus about your relationship? No. Whom can you spend time with between classes so that you are not alone? You can list more than one person. What I would put in here is the campus library. I like libraries because you might not have people that you're friends with on campus if you're attending college or school, high school, even because Domestic violence does not uh, suddenly happen after high school years. There are many, many high school kids, teens out there who are in um, relationships that are unhealthy and physically, mentally, emotionally, and financially abusive. So, if you need to leave school immediately, whom can you call to pick you up or meet you? Write this person's name, person's phone number on your emergency contact card and keep it with you in your wallet or another safe place. So, I would write down the name of someone and their phone number. If you want to avoid seeing your partner, okay, wait a minute. Next step, we just did that. Here we go. Do you have and use a cell phone? Yes. Has your partner ever checked your outgoing calls, text messages? We're going to say yes, because a lot of them do that. Do you use social networking sites? Yes. Has your partner ever sent you an abusive email, text, or voicemail? We're going to say yes. Have you shared passwords to your online accounts with your partner? Be sure to think about all your online accounts such as Facebook, email, blog, instant messaging, and online banking. Let's say yes. Does a trusted friend or family member have access to your online account? No. Has your partner ever pretended to be you online? No. Have you ever sent your partner private photos of yourself? We'll say yes because that is a lot of people do that, and it turns into something that bites them in the butt because then when you break up, you got this whole revenge porn thing. So we're gonna say yes. How could you call or text? Who would you call or text to let them know you are going to let them know where you are going with your partner? Write this person's name and on your emergency card and keep it in your wallet or another safe place. God, the medication is kicking in. I seem like I can't read tonight. So you would write down that person's name and phone number that you can call and just casually chit chat with them and say, where you're going in a casual way, like, oh yeah, we're going to the grocery store, just need to pick up a few things, haven't been shopping in a while. Keep the conversation going. Then your abuser isn't thinking, oh, she's trying to help people keep tabs on us. Um, if you were stranded and needed a ride home, whom can you call to pick you up or meet? You write this person's phone number on your emergency card and keep it in your wallet or another safe place. Again, write it down, keep it handy. What word or phrase can you use as a code in a phone call, text, or instant message to ask your family or friends to call for help without your partner knowing? We'll say, this is a nod to Ice Age. We'll say, I want some fresh peaches. Because remember in Ice Age, that was their code word, was peaches. If you decide to end your relationship, where can you do it safely? This should be a populated public space where you can talk with your partner. So if you're trying to end the relationship and let them know that you're ending the relationship, do it in a restaurant, a library, do it in a church, do it somewhere, anywhere, do it in a crowded park. Do it where there are people around who can step in if your abuser becomes violent with you, because just because you're in a public place doesn't mean that that person won't necessarily get violent in public. They might. Plenty of them have. So do it in a public place. That way, at least you have the presence of other people to kind of influence your abuser to not abuse you in public. But also, if they do, you've got people around who can step in or call the police for you, be independent witnesses as to what happened, because a lot of domestic violence cases, the perpetrator doesn't get as much punishment as they deserve because it's essentially he said, she said. Because of domestic violence does not usually happen in a public place. It happens behind closed doors. And who's there to tell it? But if it happens in a public place, then you've got however many independent witnesses to be on your side that, hey, this is what I saw. Okay, I'm ranting. Whom can you call to talk with afterwards? Again, write down their name on your emergency card and keep it safe. Okay. That might be your best friend, your sister, your mom, your uncle. Who could watch your children if you need childcare in an emergency? Again, write them down. Keep them handy so that you know I can call this person and here's their number. Just in case your abuser took or broke your phone, you've got them written down. Do your children know how to call 911? We'll say yes. What word or phrase can you use as a code between you and your children to let them know that they need to call for help? And you would come up with a phrase and, write it down, refresh your memory on it quite often so that you don't forget. Remind the kids this is the code word. If you hear me say this, then you need to get on the phone and call 911 and ask for the police to come immediately. Where is a safe place that your children could go if in danger? So I'm not really a people person, but wherever I live, I try to get to know at least one neighbor that's close to me. If I'm in an apartment complex, I try to at least get to know someone else in the apartment complex, that I could trust or whatever, because it's not good. It's really not good to be somewhere and not know anyone around you, not know anything about the people around you. At least get to know one neighbor. Um, Next step. Does your partner say or do things to make you feel down on yourself? Yes. What are some activities that you enjoy doing? Write them down. What do you like doing? Fishing, sewing, watching movies, cooking. When you are feeling down, whom can you call to cheer you up? If you've got one person that you call and they're always gonna be there and talk to you and help you, come out of this hole and get a smile on your face, write down their name and number. Then again, if you don't have that, there are also these things called warm lines. I believe the web address is warmlines.com. And instead of being a hotline that you call when you're in crises, warm lines are lines that you can just call because you just want to talk to somebody. Maybe you're feeling lonely, you're feeling sad, but you're not necessarily suicidal or anything like that. The world isn't crashing down right now, but you're still feeling down. Warm lines are what you need for that. When you are feeling down, who okay, does your partner threaten to reveal information about you in a hurtful or embarrassing way? For example, your gender identity, your HIV status, or disability. So we'll say yes. And that's the end of creating a safety plan. So I am going to end this video. Thank you for watching. Please, please, please pay attention to your friends, your family, your loved ones. Look for the signs. If you got a funny feeling, look for the signs. Make it known that your friend, family, or other loved one can come and talk to you in confidence and that you're willing to help, that you're there for them. If they need you to keep their go bag, let them know, hey, I'll keep your go bag. I'll help you do this. I'll give you a ride, pick you up around the corner, whatever needs to be done. Because domestic violence is more complicated than most people would know. It is more complicated in that there are so many emotions and so many fears that sometimes it's just hard to leave. But we'll talk about that in another video. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I will see y'all again the next time. Love you.